So apparently, this election has been causing quite the division, in a lot of different unions, in a lot of marriages, in a lot of different friendships, just in a lot of things, man. So I'm gonna react to it and give my thoughts on this. This is crazy.
Early voting in New Jersey is my first time ever voting early, and I felt kind of weird about it. I don't know. I always celebrated election day, It's like opening presents on a day that's not Christmas. It doesn't feel right to not vote on election day. But my boyfriend works in Manhattan in the city, so he wasn't going to get back until quite late in the day, and we wanted to vote together. So we went and early voted in New Jersey. I sympathize with women who feel like they have to hide their vote from their spouse. I can't imagine how that must feel. It must feel awful. It's quite the opposite in my house. We had a friend over the other day just for a couple of minutes, and we were chatting about the election, and he was voting blue, and we were sort of talking about it. And Jonathan was like, yeah, if I didn't vote blue, Deborah would leave me. And our friend was like, ah.
Are we serious right now?
He started laughing, and I just was looking at him like this.
Oh,
Jonathan
brother.
was like, no,
It's gonna be a long
she's
year.
Dead serious. And I believe her. She would absolutely leave me if I was a Trump supporter. And I said, yeah, I'm sorry, it's a deal breaker for me. That would be grounds for divorce for me. And our friend was like, wow, okay, good for you. Good to know. So I'm a little nervous, but I feel good. I'm feeling positive. I'm trying to control my anxiety this week.
First off, why are we talking deal breakers when you're already married? This should have been a conversation that was had before y'all even got married. That's number one. But number two, let me say this, man. As a person that has friends on both sides, because I'm an independent voter myself, but I have friends on both sides of the spectrum, I would never, ever jeopardize my friendship with any one of my friends over some damn election. To me, I love my friends a lot more than that. You understand what I'm saying? I would never throw my friends under the bus because of how I felt about their political views. No, that's just me personally. For other people, other people might feel different about the subject, but I'm just speaking for myself, man. Me personally, I would never do that to any of my friends. And it's crazy to see that people who are not just friends, you have people who are married that are willing to dispose of their spouses because of their hate for Trump. So you're telling me that your hate for Trump is stronger than your love for your husband? Is that what we're doing now? That is absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I don't see any sense in, you just disposing your husband because he has other political views. If you feel strongly about a subject, then you could talk to your husband. Talk to your husband, get his feedback, and see how he feels about it. I don't know, maybe you could change his mind on the subject. But to just automatically say, oh, if he does this, I'm done. What are we doing here? I will never understand this, man. And apparently it's a big thing. It's a lot of different, friendships getting broken up, marriages getting destroyed over an election. And this is not the first time. Apparently it's been happening back since 2016. So I don't know, man. It's been huge.
The reason I don't like Bryan Cranston is because a dear friend of mine was one of this guy's closest friends for decades. And Bryan Cranston dumped my friend as his friend because he's a Republican and voted for Trump. He's not even a huge Republican. He's a Republican. I mean, he's a right-leaning guy. But he ended their lifelong friendship just because he turned out to be a Trump supporter. That is so vile.
I totally agree with that. I cannot understand. I agree with her. For you to cut off your friend because of the political party they support, to me, that's just a friend, a true friend. If somebody's your friend, man, I don't care what nobody says. If somebody's truly your friend, you're not going to turn your back on your friend over some election. That's just my opinion. You get what I'm saying? If y'all feel different about it, y'all can let me know in the comments. But me personally, like I said, man, this is crazy. And I think she's right, because there's no way that was not your friend. And if I know somebody that cut off their friend or their wife or their husband for some political view, it's going to make me lose some respect for them. And me personally, I'm going to look at their character. I'm going to look at who people are, man. I look at who people are. I don't give a damn about what party you vote for. If you're a Democrat, if you're Republican. Listen, if you're a piece of shit, you're a piece of shit. That's how I look at people. I don't look at people through a political lens. I look at people for who they are. You understand me? And if I know that you will dispose of your friend, who you call your friend, if you get rid of them over their political stance, you was never a true friend in the first place. I'm sorry, you wasn't. You was never their friend. Because there's no way you discard your friend over a politician. That's crazy. So you're going to pick a politician who you don't know, but they just tell you what they're going to do in their policies, etc. You don't even know how they really feel in their heart. They're just telling you what they think you want to hear. You're going to discard your friend, your true friend, that's been together with you through thick and thin over some political election day drama. Are we serious right now? Listen, man, if I know anybody who does anything like this, I'm going to look at them differently. You could never know them, because how can you be with somebody and not know how they think? That's number one. So you didn't know them to begin with. And number two, you are going to cut off somebody who you spend a lifetime and have so many good memories with. You're going to cut off that person over a political candidate that you don't even know personally. Make it make sense. It doesn't make any sense to me. And I'm saying this from somebody who has friends on both sides. So I can definitely relate to this. I will never cut any of my friends off. And even the friends on opposite sides that I have, they don't cut each other off because of their opposing views. They take it for what it is, and it is what it is, and we move on with our lives. Nobody's out here trying to be divisive and create division where there was so much harmony and unity. You get what I'm saying? I feel like humans, not even humans, a lot of people do not know how to respectfully disagree. They don't know how to respectfully disagree. If they disagree with you, it has to be disrespectful and cause chaos and just madness, man. I will never understand it. If y'all know the solution, y'all can let me know, but I do not understand this at all. It makes zero sense to me.
As a single dad, I try to instill in my kids to be your true, authentic self in all situations, and not to be complicit. Stand for what you believe in. I also do postings on my Facebook page supporting Kamala. I went to Huntington Beach High School. I'll cut to the quick. And I had several friends I went to high school with make some comments that I had issues with in regards to Kamala and supporting Trump. Not necessarily directed at me, just comments in general, and other people that supported Kamala. They went back and forth, etc. Well, I slept on it. Now, this was some time ago, mind you, maybe a few months ago now. And I deleted these friends from high school. And I had not heard from any one of them until over the weekend. This one girl, now woman my age, and how it really disappointed her, and how couldn't necessarily believe that I did it, but she worded it, I think, appropriately, and how.
Folks, here we go again. So another friend telling his friend how disappointed she is in him because he wanted to vote for Kamala. When are we gonna get past this, man? When are we gonna see people for who they are and stop seeing people through a political spectrum? That's all I'm asking for. Let's see people for who they are and stop seeing people through a political spectrum. Because if they were your friends, they were your friends for a reason. They were your friends because you had things in common. They were your friends because they were good people. They were your friends because you connected with them on a human level. So how now is this all this division because of an election? What's going on, man? Were these really your friends? I don't understand what's going on, man. Somebody please explain to me what's going on here. Because looking at people just through a political spectrum is madness. We got to cut that out. We got to cut that out, man. We got to look at people for people and stop looking at people through a political spectrum. Because I'm sure we're all humans. We're all going to disagree at some point. There's no human on earth that will agree with every single thing another human says, whether that's your friend or your enemy. That's what makes us individual, and that's what makes this country great. You understand me? So I don't get why people expect their friends to agree with every single thing they say and be on the same wavelength at all times. I don't understand it. And if you know your friends, if you really knew your friends, you knew your friends were good people. So you should not be discarding your friends because of their political views. That's just insane to me. I will never understand it. I will never understand it. I just don't get it. Maybe somebody can help me get it, but I don't get it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments though. All right. Until next time, man, if you like the content, please feel free to share, comment, and subscribe your thoughts. All right. Until next time, man, y'all take care.